Welcome to the Friction to Freedom podcast, where the mission is to support you as you tap into the best and highest expression of yourself. My name is Janet D. Thomas, and I'm very, very excited that you're with me today, where the discussion now and forevermore is going to be about internal shifts leading to external success. So when you have inner shifts going on, when you shed more light on that within you, that kind of judgmental, dark, and critical, and all that, when you give that light, everything shifts. Internal shifts lead to external success. Now, keep in mind that with any discussion that we have, you are your own best authority. So take what you can use and leave the rest. And this second part to the first part that we were talking about in the last episode has to do with anxiety. Why am I walking around so anxious all the time? Now, anxiety, the definition is anxiety is like a continuous or immediate or persistent fear or worry when it comes to everyday situations. So, anxiety is fear or worry about everyday situations. What we talked about last time is an introduction to the nervous system, and particularly with the midbrain, which is right here, which is the fight and flee center of the nervous system. Now, very important to have this, or else we would not survive. So, it is a very, very important mechanism that's designed to keep you safe. And it adapts to whatever situation is happening to make sure that you are physically safe. This was much more necessary when we didn't have control over our environment. By and large, generally speaking, today, we have more control over our environment. So the fight flee mechanism, that dysregulated state for your nervous system, isn't as necessary as it once was. Okay? So the body gets into fight or flee with a physical threat or even an imagined threat. An imagined or perceived threat triggers the same thing in the body. So, what we're talking about today when it comes to anxiety is ask yourself this question. When you are feeling anxious and when you are feeling fearful, ask yourself, is my body in actual danger right now? Is my physical body in actual danger right now? Now, if you can ask yourself that question, chances are you are not in physical danger because the midbrain is pre-conscious. Before you even know what's happening consciously, if you are in any type of danger, your body is automatically going to fight or flee or freeze. But we're talking about fight, flee right now when it comes to preserving the body. So if you can ask yourself that question, am I in physical danger right now? Chances are you're not in physical danger. Chances are you are thinking about a future non-preferred situation. You are fearful or you are worrying about something that is not physically happening. Now, it's important to know that the midbrain has certain things that it really, really speaks to. The midbrain needs comfort and predictability. The midbrain does not like any surprises. No surprises whatsoever. A surprise is something that it feels like there's a threat. So no surprises. So when you know that your midbrain thrives on comfort and predictability, give those things to it. Okay? So when you're in a dysregulated state, when you are not in homeostasis, when you are not in rest and digest, if you are fearful and you are worried and your body is feeling stressed, you are dysregulated, you can regulate your nervous system from the bottom up or from the top down. And I'm going to give you a couple of brief ideas on how you can do this. Now, bottom up regulation simply means that you are going to do something with your body to let it know that there is no physical threat. Okay. You can, it's really about stimulating your vagus nerve. That's the longest cranial nerve in the body. And the vagus nerve touches each of your internal organs. Vagus means wandering, it's the wandering nerve. So you can actually communicate to your body to relax through stimulating your vagus nerve. And how you can do that is you can hum, you can sing, you can gargle, you can shake out your body, just letting it know that there's no physical threat and that the body is got comfort and predictability. That's from the bottom up. And of course, you can research this. Go to vagus nerve stimulation. And there's so many things that you can do to help let your body know that there is no physical threat. Okay? It's from the bottom up. From top down, if you know that the midbrain thrives on comfort and predictability, give it those things. What's comfortable about your surroundings? You can notice if there's a nice picture on the wall or you like the color of the paint. You can notice that your feet are on the ground or that your body is in a chair. You are right here, right now, and there's comfort and predictability. You've got access, as an example, you've got access to a restroom if you need one. You've got access to food and water. You've got access to sleep if you need to go lay down. Your body has what it needs for comfort and predictability. So if you can identify those things, even a comfortable thought or a funny thought or a silly thought, to let your body know that there's no physical threat, that can move you from fear and worry into rest and digest and homeostasis, because there is no physical threat to your body. It is imagined, it is perceived. We will talk more about how to move through those imagined or perceived threats when you're fearful and worried. Okay. But in the meantime, it really is about protecting your body and just being able to know that your body itself is safe. There's no physical threat. If you have any questions or any comments, if this is, if you have a light bulb that's going on in any way, absolutely give me a comment. You can send me an email, hit me up in social media. I look forward to your observations. And I hope that this will be helpful to you when you start to realize when you're fearful or worried and remembering that your body is safe and that there's no physical threat. Let's see how that goes. Last time, or in the introduction actually, we talked about the idea that you can practice one thing 10,000 times and you get better and better and better at it until it becomes a habit. Get better at it to become a habit. That was a little dumb. Anyway, that's what we're talking about. Next episode, though, we're going to move into the inner critic. We're going to talk about if you have this issue, like I used to have this issue. My inner critic was absolutely incessant and almost took me out. That is no exaggeration. Why is my inner critic so active all the time? Why do I go to habitual thoughts of criticism within myself? We're going to talk about that next time, and I will tell you, I think it's an inside job. You could take care of that. I look forward to talking to you about that next time. And in the meantime, take good care of yourself.